All Engines Go, Blue Mountain Mystery, the movie. It was a busy day on the island of Sodor. At the Blue Mountain Quarry, the narrow gauge engines were working hard. Good morning, Venus. Good morning, Merrick. Good morning, Peter Sam. Morning, Merrick.
Good morning, Merrick.
Owen, the incline engine, was waiting for Paxton, the diesel. Paxton was collecting heavy cars of slate to take to Blenheim Docks. Ready when you are, Owen. Load me up, Leslie. Going down. Next stop, right to the bottom. Do you always work this hard in the quarry, Scarberry? Always. If your wheels aren't whirling, you aren't being a really useful engine. Paxton started to whirl his wheels up again. Look out! Oh my. And he stopped. What was that, Peter Sam? High above in the quarry, a giant keystone of London Bridge had come loose. Fenders and fireboxes. London Bridge isn't safe. Oh, Inez will have to appearance. He's coming down. He has to cross the bridge with the heavy trucks. We must warn him. Sound the alarm. All the engines were suddenly still. All the engines were hushed. All the engines watched. Inez heard the siren. Oh no, there must be danger. But he didn't know why the siren was sounding. There he is. Until it was too late. Stop! Stop! Inez tried to stop. London Bridge is falling down. But his heavy cars pushed him on. Right onto the damaged bridge. Inez pumped his pistons as never before. He had to puff across it before the bridge collapsed. Inez was almost knocked off the tracks. At last, Inez went to a stop right by Scarberry. I'm alright. I made it down safely. Hooray! Excuse me, but I wonder if, someone can help me, please. Maybe. Please. Ow. Here comes Thomas. I'm the #1 engine. Whoa! All engines go. Woohoo, coming through. Yahoo, woohoo. Down the hills and around the whoa. All engines go. All engines go. Blue Mountain Mystery. Blue Mountain Mystery. On Thomas's branch line, the sun was shining, the birds were singing, and Thomas was having fun with Annie and Clarabelle. Gathering carriages, slow down, Thomas. Slow down. The signal is red. I always slow down when I come to a red signal, only because we tell you to. Or because we keep you on track. You worry too much. Suddenly, Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle had heard the strangest sound. Cinders and ashes. What's that? Around the bend came a small red car on the track. He was carrying the top of the hat. Thomas was surprised. Winston, please stop, said the fat controller. Wait there a moment, Thomas, I need to talk to you. Said Thomas. Good morning, Thomas. This is Winston. He is my new track inspection car. Good morning, Winston. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Thomas. Thomas, I have a special job for you. Paxton has been acting at the Blue Mountain Quarry. I arranged Mr. Percival to send you to work in his place. Your job will be to take Squirters Lake House to the docks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I like working with my narrow gauge friends. Connor will take over on your branch line. But before you go, you must deliver the rest of these passengers. Of course, sir. Right away, sir. But Winston, we must hurry. Today's a busy day. Not to worry. It's early days yet.
That's right, sir. Early days.
That's right, sir. Early days. Of course, sir. Bye, Thomas. Goodbye, Winston. Thomas liked Winston already. So did Annie and Clarabelle. We have a new friend. We like Winston. Before Connor worked on Thomas's branch line, he asked to take Paxton to the diesel works. I'm sorry you were in the accident, Paxton. It's been horrible. Oh, it's not so bad, Connor. Little damage and that's all. And Thomas is puffing around the tracks. Hello, Connor. Hello, Paxton. You alright? Just a little damage, Thomas. That's all. They'll soon fix me up when I get to the diesel works. I'm sure they will, Paxton. Good luck. I'm a hurry, said Thomas. They're waiting for me up the Blue Mountain Quarry. Be careful up there, Thomas. But Thomas was already far away. Thomas was excited. Thus, the back controller had given him a job working with the narrow gauge engines. By the time he reached the Blue Mountain Quarry, he had almost forgot about Paxton. And then, Thomas saw what happened to the bridge. Oh my. Hello, Thomas, the scholarly. Hello, my friend, said Thomas. And scratches Thomas. Actually, I could really use a fresh. It could have been worse. Luckily, the repair system was safe and in good working order. Ready for a fresh coat of paint. As I was saying, Thomas, ready to go to work? Okay, Scarlet, I'm ready to help my hardest. Just show me what I need to do, said Thomas. Wheels in the mountain will hear one more truck. Wheels spinning and howling. Fire nose path. Who looking through the sunset and got to work faster. Ship that freight got to go faster. Can't be late. Here we go, up the hill. There we go, wonderful. Hey, working together. Yeah, yeah, walking and rolling. Hey, lifting and loading. Hey, blue mountain quarry. And yeah, pulling and pushing. Hey, heaving and hauling. Hey, well, plugging into the coupling. Cargo ready to roll. Wheels whizzing and whirling. And pulled out load. Looking forward to the sunset every day. Trying hard to be useful. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go. Up the hill. There we go. Wonderful. Hey, working together. Yeah, yeah. Rocking and rolling. Hey, lifting and loading. Hey, blue mountain quarry. Yeah, yeah. Pulling and pushing. Hey, heaving and hauling. Hey, working together. Yeah, yeah. Walking and rolling. Hey, lifting and loading. Hey, blue mountain quarry. Pulling and pushing, hey, heaving and hauling, hey, working together, yeah, yeah, rocking and rolling, hey, with it and loaded. Hey, blue mountain quarry, yeah, yeah. Working together. As Thomas was pleased with his work at the Blue Mountain Quarry, and night fell, each shall happily wait to blend them docks. Choo-choo. That night, Thomas slept soundly at Tisbett Sheds, and his little friends slept soundly in the hills. We'll be right back to the movie called Blue Mountain Mystery. And now back to the movie called Blue Mountain Mystery. All engines go. Blue Mountain Mystery. The next morning, Thomas went back to look at the Blue Mountain Quarry. He was shunting trucks. But then Thomas heard a rattle from inside the tunnel. Suddenly, a small green engine dawdled out. An engine that Thomas had never seen before. Hello, I'm Thomas. But the engine didn't answer. Cinders and ashes, said Thomas. How strange.
Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Sir Handel.
Good morning, Sir Handel. I just seen a little green engine racing from one tunnel to another, said Thomas. Who is he?
Well, now,
I'm sure these hills are high. And
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was
probably one of
Thomas.
the truck, Thomas. There are lots of those up there. Thomas was even more puzzled. I'm sure that wasn't a one-way car. Later, Thomas saw the little green engine again.
Rheneas.
Who
is that little green engine?
Who is that little green engine? Red engine. I don't know. I'm very busy. Can't stop. Lots to do. This is very strange. Choo-choo. Hello. Please stop. Who are you? But the engine just stopped. And the engine didn't talk. Thomas couldn't find the little green engine while the narrow gauge wheels. His wheels were too big.
Rusty, do you know a little green engine?
I'm sure. It was a mountain goat. It wasn't a mountain goat. It was an engine. I can help you, Thomas, then. Thomas was even more puzzled. Merrick. Wake up, Sleepy Queen. What? What? Have I missed something? Malik,
Do you know a little
do
green
you know a little
engine?
green engine?
No,
No, Thomas.
And,
And I think it's my nap time.
nap time.
Owen,
Owen,
can you
help me?
Have you seen
Have you seen a strange green engine that
that
pops in and out of tunnels?
This
There's quite 4 engines that pops in and out of the tunnels. Going down, next stop, Quarry 4. No one wants to talk to me. Then Thomas saw the little green engine again. Wait, little engine, who are you, please? The green engine stared at Thomas. And then he hurried away again. Hurry, Luke! Thomas didn't want to lose her this time. I'm sorry, Luke. Oh my! Ow! Such a handle. Oh my. Hello, Luke. You're in a hurry. Oh, help! Luke, over here. Thomas has lost the little green engine. He was upset. Scholarly, who is Luke? Why does he keep puffing away?
Why will
none of you talk to me about him? He's a friend, Thomas. I'm a friend.
Why won't you tell me who he
Why won't you tell me who he is? Then I could be his friend too. The quarry was still and silent. Owen stopped working, and even Merrick woke up. Yes, Thomas, you are our friend, and so we will trust you. What I'm going to tell you is this: no one else must know. Luke hides here in the Blue Mountain Quarry because he is scared. Why, said Thomas? Because once long ago, Luke did something very bad. He thinks that if anyone finds him, he was sent away from Sodor forever. Sent away? That's right, Thomas. Sent away. So here in the Blue Mountain Quarry, we make sure that our friend Luke stays hidden. Always. That way, no one will find him. And he won't be sent away from Sodor. What did Luke do? Said Thomas. That was so bad. You know enough now, Thomas, and remember, everything you heard, you must keep it locked in your funnel. In the tunnel, 2 eyes blinked and disappeared into the darkness. That evening, Thomas was taking Carl's sleigh to the random docks. His axles ate and his wheels were whirling.
But Thomas didn't mind. His boiler was bubbling with thoughts of Luke.
But Thomas didn't mind. His boiler was bubbling about Luke. Why did Luke always have to hide away like that? Why is he so scared of being found? What could he have done that could be bad enough to be sent away from Sodor? I have to find out, said Thomas. Thomas had to find out what Luke has done. You want to know the whole story. Hello, Thomas.
What's the matter, Thomas?
What's the matter, Thomas? You haven't said hello, said Percy.
I'm sorry, Percy.
I'm sorry, Percy. I was thinking.
What about?
What about? Thomas had to be very careful. He couldn't talk about Luke, even to his best friend.
What do you all think is the worst thing an engine could do? Something really bad.
One of the worst things I ever done was when I was trying to sneak up on the coaches, and I crashed right into the Topham Hatt's baggage trolley. Baggage, clothes, and sticky jam flew up in the air and fell over me and the Topham Hatt. He was very cross with me.
You didn't mean.
You did me the question to the baggage trolley, pussy. It was an accident. I think what I did was far worse, said Diesel. I refused to leave the tunnel because I don't want to get my paint wet in the rain. So Top and Hat was really cross, said Diesel. So
Do
you remember the day I was shunting trucks in the mine? I knew I shouldn't have past the danger sign, but I wanted to see what happened if I did. I steamed right past it into a siding and fell down into the mine. That was very bad, but not bad enough to be sent away from Sodor forever, said Thomas. Connor said, I think I did what far worse. I slid into the pond because I didn't want to take the goods train. That wasn't good, said Connor either.
Forever?
That's not good to be sent away from Sodor forever. That would be terrible, said Percy. That's no good, said Connor. What about me, said Diesel? Off the bridge and into the sea. But even he wasn't sent away from Sodor. That's right. I like
Engines fell silent.
And that's right. Then as the stars twinkled over Tidmouth sheds, one by one, the engines fell asleep. All except Thomas.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, Luke. I'll find a way to help you.
The next morning,
The Blue Mountain car was busy. Rocky was lifting and loading stones from the broken London Bridge. I don't like these scrapes and scratches. You look old. Clumsy, ha 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 ha. Winners doesn't like B&Ts. They make you look like a really useful engine that needs a dual coat of paint. Then Thomas arrived. Scarloey, I'm all my friends. We're sure there's nothing an engine could do that's bad enough to be sent away from Sodor. Thomas, have you talked to the other engines about Luke? No, said Thomas. I told you I wouldn't do that. I'm trying to help Luke. I want to be his friend. From inside the tunnel, steam swirled, and two eyes watched. Very well, Thomas. Puff along now to work. All engines go, Thomas. Rocky, look out, said Thomas. Stop, Scarloey, stop. Oh, sorry, Scarloey. That was close. Fenders and fireboxes. Oh, thank you, Thomas. I'm happy to help, Scarloey. You saved me from losing my cap. You are a good friend. Thomas smiled. And that made all the other engines and Luke smile at Thomas. Oh, hello, Luke, said Thomas. Hello, Thomas, said Luke. I'm sorry I hid from you. I didn't know you since I was scared, but now, well, I wonder, would you be my friend? I like that, Luke, said Thomas. I like that very much. Thomas and Luke, his new friend, worked together. Ready, Thomas? Ready and waiting, Luke, said Thomas. Luke and Thomas both really useful engines. Into the coupling, car got ready to roll. Luke and Thomas, wheels whizzing willing. For that work, working through to the sunset every day. Trying hard to be useful. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go, up the hill. There we go, what a thrill. Hey, working together. Yeah, walking and rolling, hey, looking and loading, hey. Blue mountain quarry, yeah. Pulling and pushing, hey, heaving and hauling, hey. Working together, yeah. Walking and rolling, hey. Looking and loading, hey. Blue mountain quarry, yeah. Pulling and pushing, hey. Heaving and hauling, hey. Suddenly, the quarry echoed a sound of a very horn. Luke dawdled away.
It was Winston. This time, he was carrying Mr. Percy
Topham Hatt
and Sir
and
Topham Hatt.
the Finn controller. Hello, Thomas. I have news for you. Paxton is now fixed. Thank you for your work, Thomas. Paxton will now take over again. And you will return to your branch line. Yes, sir, said Thomas. Thomas was sad. He wanted to stay with Luke. But he couldn't now. Luke, said Thomas. Please puff out. You don't have to hide from me. We're friends now. Why do you keep hiding, Luke? Said Thomas. Scarlowy told me you were scared. You will be sent away from Sodor forever. I'm sure you won't be. But Thomas, I did something bad. I done bad things too, Luke. We all have. I seen past the danger sign and fell into a mine. And I'm still here. Thomas and Luke were so busy talking that they didn't know that Paxton had come back from the quarry. We'll be right back to the movie called All Engines Go, Blue Mountain Mystery. And now, back to the movie called Blue Mountain Mystery. Now I'm going to show you the rest of the movie, Blue Mountain Mystery. I'll tell you what I did, Thomas, but no one else must know, said Luke. I promise, Luke. Don't worry. A long time ago, I was sent to Sodor to work at the Blue Mountain Quarry. My boiler bubbled with excitement. It was my dream to work on Sodor. There was a yellow engine on the boat. He came from far away. He spoke in a different language. Hola.
¿A dónde vas? ¿Vas a Sodor?
A language I didn't know. A storm was coming in. The sea was rough. But I was happy. I could see Sodor. I couldn't wait to be lifted onto the rails. At the Brendam docks, there was hustle and bustle. Cranes clanked, dockmen shouted, "Wind up and walk it off!" The men wanted to lift the yellow engine off, but I wanted to be first off the boat. Take me off first, please, please. The dockmen agreed, and I was happy. But then, what, Luke? Said Thomas. I knocked the yellow engine into the sea. Said Paxton. How? Said Thomas. I just bumped into him and sent him into the sea. He was splashing into the sea. The sound was terrible. I had to go to the steamworks to be fixed. I heard the storm thunder, and it was outside. It was a thunderstorm, but I could only think the yellow engine in the sea. He was there for a very long time.
By the time they lifted
By the
him
time
out,
he lifted him out,
rusty
he was rusty and ruined.
The yellow engine,
The yellow engine was never to be seen again.
He must have been,
He must have been taken to the smelter's yard.
He couldn't be
He couldn't be really useful anymore.
And
It was all because I wanted to go first.
It was my fault.
It was my fault.
If
If I waited my turn, Thomas, I would never have knocked the engine to sea. But Luke, that was a long time ago, said Thomas. I'm still scared, Thomas. My narrow gauge friends know I'm here. But I'm sure if the other engines find me, he'll tell Sir Topham Hatt and then he'll tell Mr. Percival. And they'll both send me away from Sodor forever. Come on, Paxton. What you stand there for? Get those wheels whirling. Paxton, said Thomas. Oh my, said Luke.
What are you
doing here? Hello, Thomas. I come to take the slate to the dock. Stuff my job against the Topham Hatt told me. Mwahaha. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Luke, said Thomas. He's come out to say goodbye. But Luke didn't come out, and he didn't say goodbye. Luke was scared, and Thomas knew why. I'm sorry, Luke. I have to return to my branch line now, but I will come back soon, said Thomas. Remember, Luke, I'm your friend. As Thomas checked out the Blue Mountain quarry, he knew that he had to help his friend Luke. The next morning, on Thomas's branch line, the sun was shining, the birds were singing, but Thomas wasn't smiling. He was too busy thinking about Luke. Gathering carriages, slow down, Thomas. Stop. We overran the signal, Thomas. I'm sorry. Silly me, said Thomas. Silly you. You never asked. Then Thomas asked Connor. Thank you for helping out on my branch line, Connor. Happy to help, Thomas. Will you help me again? I'm happy to help you again, Thomas. But I am a little busy, said Connor. Please, I have to do something very important. So Thomas was uncoupled from Annie. Thank you, Connor. Where are you going? Where will you be back? But Thomas was already too far away to hear. Thomas! Oh dear. Come on, Indian Quail Connor was coupled up. Let's get to work, said Connor. We're right behind you, Connor. Thomas had an idea. Maybe I can find the yellow engine. Maybe I can find out what really happened to Thomas. An engine just can't disappear. So Thomas worked all over Sodor for the yellow engine. He searched the Nafford station. He searched the shunting yards. Hi, Stanley, said Thomas, and he searched all over the coastal tracks. And he even looked at the garbage dump. Hi, Scruff, said Thomas. Hi, Thomas, said Scruff, but he found no yellow engine. Hello, Thomas. Percy! I'm looking for an old yellow engine. Have you seen one? No, Thomas, I haven't. You could try the diesel works. Thank you, Percy. I will. Plus, Thomas, what are you looking for a yellow engine for? But once more, Thomas was already too far away to hear. At the entrance of the diesel works, Thomas looked for a yellow engine. There were lots of old engine parts, but none of them were yellow. And then Thomas heard something that made his boiler run cold. And that's when Luke knocked the yellow engine into the sea. And the yellow engine was never to be seen again. Paxton was telling Devious Diesel all about Luke. You all like to tell me, Paxton. We can have an engine like that on our island. He could knock one of us into the sea next, said Diesel. It could be you. Oh my, said Paxton. We'll find Sir Topham Hatt, and he'll tell the Finn controller. And together, he'll make sure Luke leaves Sodor forever. Who's there? Thomas, said Diesel. We must hurry, Paxton. Thomas is a tricky engine. Whatever he's doing, we must be there for him. Oh my, said Paxton. I don't know where else to look. Someone must know what happened to the yellow engine, said Thomas. Maybe it's someone at Brendam Docks. Somebody like Clanky. Thomas raced to Brendam Docks. His pistons were pumping, and he realized, Clanky, I need your help. Do you remember a yellow engine that fell into the sea a long time ago? I'm busy. Please, Clanky, this is important. Lots of things are important, Thomas. Okay, we're up and away. Keep going. Clanky, did you lift a yellow engine out of the sea a long time ago? Maybe I did. Or where did he go, Clanky? Thomas's questions were making Clanky cross. All I could remember was that his right was broken. I couldn't understand what a word he was saying. So what? Cinders and Ashes. What are you doing here, Diesel? Said Thomas. I'm looking for Sir Topham Hatt. Where is he, Clanky? I'm busy. How should I know? What is this? Ask Clanky Day? Suddenly, an idea flew into Thomas's funnel. Of course! Thank you, Clanky, said Thomas. And Thomas puffed away. I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't mean to, said Paxton. But Thomas was already thundering down the tracks. Slow down, Thomas, said Connor. Why are you huffing so fast? The steam works, said Thomas. Why, Thomas, said Connor. Where else will you take the rusty engine, said Thomas. Choo-choo. Hello, Thomas, said Kevin. Whoa! Kevin, said Victor. Sorry, boss. Victor, do you remember fixing a yellow engine that fell into the sea a long time ago? He spoke a different language. What did you say? Said Thomas. Thomas saw Victor's wide eyes. Cinders and ashes! It was you, Victor. You were the engine that fell into the sea. You were right, Thomas. It was me. Please tell me what happened, said Thomas. Sorry, boss, said Victor. I have never spoken about this, Thomas. It was a long time ago. Far away in my country, I was painted yellow, and I was told they needed me to work on Sodor. They said I could be a really useful engine. The ship was big. We sailed many seas over many days. Before we reached Sodor, we made a stop, and a small green engine joined me on the deck. Hola! We didn't speak the same language, but I could see that he was excited. As we sailed to Sodor, a storm gathered. It was a thunderstorm, said Victor. The skies were darkened. The waves rolled, and with one big wave, the chains that were holding my wheels broke. Uh-oh. I was no longer hold to the deck. I was in danger. Take me out first, please. Please. I called to the crew, but they didn't understand me, so they did nothing to help me. A crane lifted the excited green engine first. He slaved at the end of the hook and bumped into me. I could do nothing. There were no chains to stop me. Splash! I slid into the sea. Luckily, I went on a jetty, but my firebox was soaked. And because the weather was so bad, I was left there for a long time in the sea. For a long time. When I was finally lifted out, I was in a terrible mess. You must have been very frightened, said Thomas. Yes, it was scary, said Victor. But the scariest thing out that no one understood me. So what did you do, said Thomas. I learned your language, Thomas. My first was red. Why red? Because, my friend, after they brought me to the steamworks and repaired me, I had to be repainted to red. And red was the color I chose. A bright new color for my bright new life on Sodor. I could be yellow forever, said Victor. Of course, said Thomas. When Luke bumped into you, you rolled into the sea because you weren't chained. It was an accident. And you weren't sent to the smelter's yard. You were repaired. I must tell Luke right away, said Thomas. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for telling me. Thomas, who is Luke? Said Victor. Was he the little green engine? Thomas! Bye, Thomas, said Kevin. Whoa. But Thomas was already hurrying away, past Connor and the pussy. And now I know the whole story, said Thomas. And I know what really happened. Luke won't have to hide anymore, said Thomas. Cinders and ashes. Thomas saw Diesel. He was talking to Sir Topham Hatt. Paxton told me all about him, sir. He's hiding somewhere in the quarry, said Diesel. He pushes engines into the sea. He's a danger to us all. He has to go. Enough, Diesel! I don't know what you're talking about. Well, do you know that Mavis needs fixing, and no one is helping her, Diesel? Please shunt her to the Diesel Works for repair immediately. But sir, said Diesel. Now, Diesel! Okay, said Diesel. Thank you, Diesel. You're very kind. That was lucky. And Paxton, I don't know why you are following Diesel about. You should be looking at the quarry by now. Of course, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. And I should be looking at my branch line, said Thomas.
to see.
But I have to see Luke first. Forward, Winston. Not that way. Oh. Never mind, sir. It's still early days. Yes, Winston. Early days. Oh my, is it Thomas? Thomas' wheels were whirling up the tracks. He had to get to the Blue Mountain Quarry before Diesel does. He had to tell Luke what really happened to the yellow engine. Hello again, Thomas and Percy. Sorry, Percy, I can't stop, said Thomas. Bye, said Thomas. Percy was surprised. For a tank engine, he really can be that fast. Thomas hurried into the Blue Mountain Quarry. But Scarlet, I've been bumped again. Now I have to be repainted. But you have to stop bumping into things, Venus. Choo choo. Hello, Thomas.
Where's Luke?
Where's Luke? Said Thomas. Hello, Thomas and Luke. Luke, I have wonderful news for you. I talked to Victor, said Thomas. He told me what happened when you were being unloaded from the ship, said Thomas. He said, what did you do? Said Scarlet.